There's one thing they both want. Meeting with Kim Jong-un is a goal for presidents of the US and South Korea. To prepare for the high-stakes meeting with President Trump, President Lee of South Korea studied the art of the deal. He also sought the advice from Japan's Prime Minister, who has held talks with Mr. Trump in the Oval Office and in the Canadian Rockies. But in the end, it was Mr. Trump's obsession with personal diplomacy with North Korea's leader Kim and flattery that helped Mr. Lee sail through his first bilateral meeting with Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump said Mr. Lee praised each other's eagerness to engage Mr. Kim in diplomacy, regardless of whether Mr. Kim would ever meet either of them. The White House meeting on Monday did not produce any significant agreements, nor did it lead to any confrontation between the two sides, as long as Mr. Trump did not publicly criticize South Korea and the South Korean people, including the meeting would be considered a success in Seoul, said Park, a political scientist at Ewha Women's University. The day began ominously for Mr. Lee and his delegation. Mr. Trump rattled them with a social media post hours before the meeting. What is going on in South Korea? Seems like a purge or revolution. We can't have that and do business there, he wrote. It was a shock to the visitors who scrambled to figure out what Mr. Trump's posting meant. It turned out that he was channeling a conspiracy theory from the far right in South Korea that accuses Mr. Lee of undermining the alliance with Washington and persecuting Christian churches. Mr. Lee left for Washington with a load of thorny issues weighing on him. The two sides still had to agree to the granular details of a trade deal, and Mr. Trump had demanded that South Korea spend more on its own military, pay more for U.S. troops stationed on its soil, and buy more American weapons. Mr. Trump had repeated those demands in the Oval Office, but Mr. Lee was quick to heap praises on Mr. Trump. He called him a peacemaker and stoked his interest in restarting peace talks with Mr. Kim. You are the only person who can solve this problem, Mr. Lee said. Mr. Trump was only too happy to glorify his earlier diplomacy with Mr. Kim, which collapsed in 2019 without a deal on the North's nuclear weapon. I will say that Kim and I had a very good relationship, as you remember, and still do, he said. I look forward to meeting with Kim Jong-un in the appropriate future. Mr. Trump repeatedly boasted about his great relationship with Mr. Kim and even jokingly offered to set up a meeting Mr. Kim and Mr. Lee, even though the North has rejected the South's overture for talks. And to Mr. Lee's relief, Mr. Trump also backpedaled on his Truth Social posting. Overall, the meeting showed how foreign governments are preparing for talks by flattering Mr. Trump, who humiliated the leaders of Ukraine and South Africa earlier this year.